Hey guys, so welcome back to my video, my next video about the journey that's the Pearl Lemon Cafes. So I want to today talk about a bit more of the insight into some of the costs that relate to certainly our cafe and kind of how some of the numbers work. So fundamentally, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Deepak Shukla. I'm the founder of the overall Pearl Lemon Group, and I'm a co-founder at the Pearl Lemon Cafe with my partner Axel. And yeah, I'm going to be making a series of YouTube content just to tell you a little bit about my journey with Pearl Lemon Cafe. So with Pearl Lemon Cafe, if you ever came to visit us, it's our first cafe. It opened a little over a month ago that we've been running, and it's absolute journey. It's on the North End Road. You could Google it, Pearl Lemon Cafe, North End Road, Fulham, and you'd find it, or just Google, Pearl Lemon Cafe, and it'll come up. Yeah, so fundamentally, we've got two units within what's called the Bella Shopping Centre. So when I say two units, if you were to come in, it used to be one big, let's say, I don't know, not even big really, 70 square meter, 70 by 50, no, 70 by 30, maybe even 40 square, that's been chopped up into what now is 7 units. Fundamentally, we've got two of those units. One of the units is like maybe 4 meters by 3. They're tiny units. If you came in and had a look, you'd be able to see them. So for one of them, we pay 2,600. The other one, we pay 1,200. So it's 3,800 all in all. And with one of them, we paid 6 months up front. The other one, we're paying monthly. There's no significant rent deposit. The place that we've got in Marylebone, we paid a year's rent deposit up front. So there's quite a distinct difference in terms of cost. I've got my cat who's she wants to watch the mice that I put on TV for her. So yeah, there's a significant cash outlay when it comes to the deposits. Certainly for What's interesting is the difference in places. So we've got three cafes that we're paying for currently, and the one in Marylebone, as an example, it's in Marylebone. It's near Baker Street. So then you've got fundamentally rent up front. So I'm going to find mice for cats to watch, which is what Jenny, my cat, likes to watch. So I'm putting that on for her. Let's just get that loaded up. But yeah, so 3.8K. And in terms of the cost that we've worked out, I mean, you can run some of the costs yourself, but if you're paying someone, let's say, an average of £10 per hour as an average, and then you're doing, 12 hours a day, let's say 6 till 6, then it's a case of doing 12 hours a day times 30, which is 30 times 10. So 10 hours, 12 hours a day is £120 a day. 30 times 12 is 36, so 3.6K. Let's just round up to 4K. So it's 4K a month plus 3,800, which is £7,800. Let's assume stock is another, let's say 5,000, 7,800, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So £12,800. So really, to break even, you want to do, and let's just Google it. Let's just do that. So let's just say 13,000 divide by 30. Yeah, so £433 per day. Let's round up again because there's going to be additional unforeseen costs. We're looking at basically £500 per day that you need to cover. So it's a good rule of thumb. I've done a couple of things there. It's a good rule of thumb to like scale up and to think about, what's your break even number? And you always want to be liberal with your break even number because there's going to be unforeseen costs. It's not even liberal. There's going to be unforeseen costs. There's going to be equipment repairs. There's going to be stock oversupply. There's going to be wastage. There's going to be a whole array of challenges that come up that mean that, the numbers that you produce aren't going to be quite right. So for us, £500 per day is the break-even number based upon that level that we're at. And at the moment, we are on an average of £224 per day. So we're less than half of what we need to achieve, but it is trending up. It is headed in the right way. Up front, also, there's a bigger investment in stuff that relates to initial marketing efforts. So at the £500 per month day number, that is the number that's important to keep in mind. To be really safe, because we've got 2 units, we want to get to a place where we're making £1,000 per day. So that's also another consideration, because there's 2 units, and at £1,000 per day, then you're comfortably breaking even with a little bit of money to pay salaries. I mean, to be honest with you, we need to make more than that, because we've also got, if we include marketing spend and other additional fees, then we go from 3,800 for rent, as discussed. So let's just round that up to 4,000 for rent, plus 4,000 for salaries, plus 5,000 for stock, plus 1,500 in miscellaneous costs. It gets to 14,500. So you want to make £500 per day to hit your break even, and then anything after that can become a little bit of profit. Now, the roadmap to getting there is really a combination of great customer service, great product, minimizing costs, and building a loyal customer base. So that's the path and the mission that we're on fundamentally, and that's really hopefully straightforward insight into some of the numbers that we need to achieve. And in the next video, I'll be talking more in depth about, breaking down those numbers and getting a bit more in depth into it, or maybe I'll talk about something else. But catch you in the next one.